Alright guys, just gonna wait on a few more people to get in, and then we're gonna start this Q&A overtime stream. Appreciate all you guys being here on this Friday evening or afternoon, depending on where you are in the country. I can't do overtime after the Pacers game tonight. We are gonna call that game. I am going to a birthday party later tonight, so cannot do overtime after the game. So I figured, you know what? Let's do another overtime stream right now. So, I appreciate all you guys being here for this stream. Just gonna wait on a few more people to get in, and then we will get this thing underway. So, if you haven't seen today's video, click that link above. We do talk about the NBA, speaking of the NBA Finals. So, we do have a video on the Philadelphia Eagles and how during the 2004-2005 season, them making the NFC Championship screwed over multiple games with the Sixers and the Hornets and the Heat. Everything was just all out of whack. Appreciate tuning in, Kevin, Nick, Negative, Lou. Appreciate all you guys being here. How this Q&A overtime stream works is going to be like this. There is no set time limit for this stream. There is no set time limit. Back in Philly from Ocean City. Nice. Nice. Good to hear, man. Good to hear. There's no set time limit for this stream. We could be on for 20 minutes. We could be on for 2 hours. I do have to sign off before the NBA Finals game, obviously, because we are calling the finals, but there is no set time limit for this stream, relatively speaking. Every donation, the sound doesn't look right. It's good on my end. Everything's green all the way around. Try refreshing. Try refreshing. That should help. Because next to the same thing, my voice is crackling. I think everything's good on my end. I don't. Sure. Okay, how about now? How about now? Like, I sound up an octave. Okay, that is odd. Let me play it back. Hang on. Let me hear. Hang on. Let me hear. Who wins game 4? I got the Thunder tonight. Wait, let me hear it back. Let me hear it back. Let's see, cuz a lot of people are saying the same thing. Okay. Yep, okay. Wow. All right, that sounds better. That sounds better. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what that was. I don't know what that was. That was bizarre. I just played it back on my headphones. I'm like, wait, what? I sounded like that? Okay, wow. You know, you're not wrong. I did sound like I was on helium. I don't know what happened there. I think I just had to unplug the mic and replug it back in. I don't know what happened, but we're good now. So, winning the series, Pacers are up 2-1 right now. Number one son of Dave, I love the NFL Conference Championship Week is ours. Ooh. January 05, I got 2 guesses. It's either Let Me Love You or Drop It Like It's Hot. I'm going Drop It Like It's Hot. I'm going to go Drop It Like It's Hot on that one. If it's not that, it's probably Let Me Love You by Mario. But I'm going to go Drop It Like It's Hot. All right, so I'm going to put 8 minutes on the clock. Every donation increases the time we're on stream. Once I clock at 0, that's the end of the stream. But we do have any ChatGPTs, any episodes, video, audio you want me to react to, any questions. I will get to all those with this stream. You see what it takes to get into the queue? It was Let Me Love You? Oh, are you kidding me? When was Drop It Like It's Hot then? That had to be like right around that same time. Oh man, had to be right around that same time. Pacers win biggest upset in NBA history? No, the Cavaliers winning in 7 had to be the biggest upset. The Cavaliers winning. When was Drop It Like It's Hot? That was the song before Let Me Love You. Oh, man. That was before Let Me Love You. All right. Well, I was in the right ballpark. All right. So, 8 minutes on the clock. Let's do this. Let's do this. Any donations, any audio, and again, every donation counts toward you make the call. How much which game we're calling on Saturday, next Saturday. Mariners, Cubs, Red Sox, Giants, or Braves, Marlins. You know, it's fine now. That's good at least. Who impressed and disappointed the most in the recent World Cup qualifiers? Australia finally made it. Australia finally made it, which is good. Took care of business. Took care of business. Isaac with 2 got Mana with a 7. Which game do you want to get Mana, and which game do you want Isaac? All right, appreciate you guys. Get things started up. If you're down 1, runners on 1st and 3rd, and you swing 3-0, and it becomes a successful game-tying sack fly. Is it a successful at bat? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely on that. Your goal is to get the runner in. By any means necessary, get the run in. You want Mariners Cubs? So I get your Mariners Cubs, and I will get you on that. Steam Hammers if it's All-Star. Ooh, all right. And ChatGPT on the Mets 2026. All right. Let's do that. Yeah, Nora looked very good. I don't want a contact lens. Yeah, no, I'm scared of LASIK, I'm not gonna lie. And plus I look better in glasses than not. I've just been wearing glasses my whole life since 2005, so just what I'm used to. I know. ChatGPT on the Mets 2026 seasons. All right. While we get that in, we'll do Steam Hams All-Star. While we get that in, I love a good Steam Hams meme. I do love a good. Do I watch Star Trek TV? I do not. Mike with the tour, beginning of sorrow. Put it to a vote. Mike with the tour, beginning of sorrow. Yeah, I don't watch any, like, I don't watch a lot of video game people. No, it's after the game. No, not tonight. Not after the game tonight. I have a birthday party that I'm going to after this. I have a birthday party after this. As all this coast, so many they've losing and they're out. Yep. Oh, gosh. I think the best Steam Hams one is the Fresh Prince one. And the Blackest Crow. The vocoding on this is incredible. Put it to a Frank, alright. Oh, he's in the Cardinals Hall of Fame? I don't know if he's in the Cardinals Hall of Fame. I don't think his name's on the Ring of Honor. But Carson Palmer's is. Six package are slightly overrated. I don't know about that. 6-2. I will give you 6-2 is better. 6-2 is the best team that Lombardi had. 6-2 is by far the best team Lombardi had. Yeah, but no OT tonight for the game. No OT after the game. Biggest mystery in sports, and frankly with you, man. Biggest mystery in sports, I would say... Biggest mystery in sports... I would say the Babe Ruth called shot. But they had no. What time is the party? Why is the birthday party at 8 o'clock at night? Because that's how it is. It's basically, it's one of those weekend-long things. It's one of those where they rented an Airbnb, and it's Friday night to Sunday. So, they're just coming in and out. So, me hopping in and out. And whatnot. It just showed you a new Suspect AI song that I think is the best one I've heard yet. I made a rule that will only be on after 9:30 to avoid someone who is on after that. Makes sense. If the 72 Dolphins lost one game with a simply great team ever, not even close. 73 was better. I don't think 72 Dolphins are the best team ever. I think 73 was better. How's it going, Adrian? Appreciate you tuning in. He was on the Giants for a little bit. I think it was more than 2 seasons because he got there. I think like what 86. I guess he was disgruntled after the 86, after 85. Chargers, I think, are the best AFL champion. I think Chargers are the best AFL champion. I mean, that team was just incredible. And Texans are probably number 2 in that. All right, let's do a ChatGPT while I do that. Beginning of sorrow. Megadeth. All right. You have Senegal beating England 3-1. Did not see that coming. But I was on John for 7 seasons. Yeah, he was on there for a while. Bengals are being more problematic than the player. Absolutely. No, the player's not the wrong here. The player is absolutely... Shamar Stewart is asking for literally what every other player has gotten. He is asking for what every other player has gotten. Like, it's crazy how he has not been given his due. Let's see. Ricky should not be allowed to hold on contracts before they even play a game. Why? They haven't signed a contract. That's the whole point. It's not holding out. You don't have a contract. You're not an employee. Out of the 14, Parsons, Henderson, Stewart, and Watt, who gets the deal first? I think Watt. How's it going, Jason? Appreciate it too. Will Pacers win a champ? They could. They got 2-1 lead. They look good right now. Could the Oilers be the Steelers of offense? They were great. I don't know if I would do that. Percentage of subscribers. Ooh, okay. I was looking at this the other night. It doesn't say, like, percentage. It doesn't give you that, but it is weird. My streams are most watched from the 18 to 24 demographic. My videos are most watched by the 55 to 64 demographic. So I'm playing at two different audiences. I don't know the percentage of that necessarily. I don't know the, like, percentage necessarily with that. Who wins tonight? I got the Thunder winning tonight, even in the series. Alright, let me do a... So I don't have the exact personality there. Alright, well that ChatGPT sucked. Let me try doing that. How's it going, Jax? Appreciate you tuning in. What a 56-year-old watch, but well, because the videos are about the 70s. About 60s and 70s, so it's like when they grew up. Like, a lot of my videos tap into nostalgia. Like, I don't talk about, like, modern NFL for the most part. Yeah, but again, the thing with Stewart, he's asking for the same thing that every other 16th overall pick has asked for. He is completely in the right here. Bengals say defense, Patriots said offense. At least they might have a quarterback with May. I don't know who the Bengals have right now. Yeah, I think the apple doesn't fall from the tree with Katie Brown Blackburn. Mario Kart post 2015. I've done a few of those. We're gonna do a few. We're gonna do a few this season, I think. How's it going, Pikachu? Appreciate you tuning in. Yeah, this song just kind of like zooms by. But really, it does feel like this album feels like they're trying to be like Nickelback in a weird way. Trying to make this ChatGPT good. All right, this is good. Any COVID ones I would do? Oh yeah. Once I'm gonna do a lot of COVID videos at some point. Because I have to see, like, what people remember and what people don't. Like, obviously, people still remember the Niners playing in Arizona. They remember Kendall Hilton. But it's the ones that people don't remember that I want to do videos on. Yeah, 41.1 points per game is a lot of points, obviously. Yeah, Chiefs, Jags, I did that one. Yep. All right, let's do this ChatGPT, and then we'll do Blackest Crow. This one... I told you a Mets prediction. Jaguars ever used supplemental draft? We have not. Oh, okay. Hang on. Give me a second here, guys. When is that point? Oh, I have no clue. But like right now, like we're at that point where I can start doing videos again on it. We're at that point. Yeah, I'll talk about 2020 NFL? Absolutely. If I haven't like done a video like a dumb decision on that already. Like there's some where... Like the Jaguars having 5 kickers in 5 weeks. I'll do a video on that at some point. Bryce Perkins and the Rockefeller Center tree lighting controversy. Bryce Perkins being named UFL MVP has been controversial? No. I don't think it should be controversial. Perkins was the best quarterback. He was a man amongst boys out there. Not even close for me. Perkins absolutely is the MVP. All right, here we go. I told GPT to make a prediction for the Mets in 2026 in the style of Frank the Tank. Oh, boy. Diggs, he's definitely on the decline. I'm going to say 720 yards. I'm going to say 720. All right, here we go. Oh, my God. Here we go again. The 2026 New York Mets. Were the kickers bad? No, they were all bad. They were all bad. Travis, our emergency kicker, he could do it all. An absolute unmitigated disaster. A full-blown, 5-alarm Chernobyl-level catastrophe wearing pinstripes and bananas a baseball team. You better look at the damn Vietnam championship roster. Steve Cohen, Mr. I'll buy a World Series. Hey, how's that working out for you, Steve? You spend more money than NASA selling with a team that looks like it was built by a squirrel on Red Bull with a back issue of Baseball Digest from 1997. It's like they gave a toddler $1 billion to go play general manager. And Juan Soto... $765 million for what? For a guy who hits 2 solo shots a week while the rest of the team is busy looking like they've never seen a breaking ball in their lives before? Hitting 289 while the rest of the line couldn't hit water if they fell on a boat. Congratulations, we bought a Bugatti and a drag race against dump trucks. Brilliant. Yeah, I'm not sure I can say, hopefully. The rotation, don't even get me started. Frankie Montas has been day-to-day since April last year. Kodai staying his elbows with a paper machete and wishful thinking. Every fifth day they wield some AAA traffic cone and proceed to give him 7 runs before the third inning. The bullpen, I've seen better control with toddlers with finger paint. If I had $1 for every run to save this year, I could outbid Conan by the team myself and run it better blindfolded. And don't act like Pete Alonso's staying. He's gone. He's bolting faster than a pizza delivery guy in a blackout. Because who the hell wants to spend their prime surrounded by infielders who can't field and outfielders who track fly balls like they're watching UFOs? And let's talk about the plan. We're building toward 2026. Oh, wow. We're here against what? It's a flaming crater. There was more structure in Fire Festival. These clowns built toward this year like a 4-year-old builds a sandcastle. All effort, no idea, and gets washed away the minute the tie comes in. 58 and 104. How's it going, Joe? Appreciate tuning in. Juan Soto, it's 301, but is super unclutch. Pete Alonso, it's 45 bombs for the Cubs. The Mets finished by the Nationals, the Marlins, and the Pirates. They're so deep in last, they need a scroll bar. They find new ways to lose. They embed in misery. This franchise is cursed. All right, yeah. 58 and 104. That's a good prediction for the Mets. That's more like it. That's more like it. All right, see what it takes to get into the queue. Next up, Blackest Crow. Appreciate all you guys being here for this one. We are going to be live in 2 hours for the NBA Finals. I will not be doing overtime tomorrow night after the game also because of the party. So, what the heck is this song? Wait, what on earth? What? What the... Well, 23rd is talking about 2020 games? Yes. Yes, absolutely. What is this song by Megadeth? Why is there a banjo and a fiddle? Yeah, I don't know about Kyle Williams. I don't know. Most recent video, I have no idea. I have no idea. Like, for the most part, these videos, I don't know until the day of. What the heck is this song? What the heck is this? Yeah, every donation counts to make the call home with Soch Gamer calling. Red Sox, Giants, Mariners, Cubs, or Braves, Marlins. How many yards will that Jags receiver say looks promising? Who, Brian Thomas? I think he's going to lead the NFL in receiving yards next year. I'm going to say 1,800. I think Brian Thomas gets 1,800 yards next year. If that's the guy who you're referring to, I think Brian Thomas leads the NFL in receiving yards next year. And I'm not kidding when I say that. Joe the Fiver. One more docs? Hopefully, yeah. The Wani Quartet caused trouble with the 2026 World Cup final. Oh, boy. You want the Red Sox game. Appreciate you, man. Get you in there. Yeah, the Bears-Ravens rain delay. The Ravens have a buffet during the delay. Wait, I didn't know that. Wait, I actually never heard that story. They're having a buffet during the delay? I did not know that story. Okay. Maybe one day, yeah. Maybe one day. I did not know about that. Whatever's a good song. This song is bizarre. Why is Megadeth playing a banjo? I'm so confused by this. I am so confused by this one. Yeah, hopefully more docs soon. Hopefully. It's one of those things I don't force. Documentaries I don't force. It's like, oh, I find a topic and I see like, oh, I could really go in depth on this one. And there's a lot to talk about. So let's make it a documentary. Like, that's really how it goes. It's not... Alright, the 4 of them, a 10... I have no idea what that video is. I have no idea what tomorrow's video is. Alright. I'm so confused by this song. I don't know what it's trying to be. I don't know what the song is trying to be. We're DX and Home Legend 01 World Series. Yankees have the better record. AL won the All-Star game. All-Star game wasn't a thing till 2003. They rotated every year. They rotated. That's why. They rotated. And this guitar. So, when I work on videos, I'm very late. I'm a late worker. I'll work on like 2 or 3 in the morning. I'll do streaming. Streaming pretty much starts my day. I pretty much start my day by streaming. And then at night I work on the videos. So I like get no rest. Okay, that ending did not fit the song at all. What happened to the Jaguars in 2000? Man. Brunel regressed a little bit. I mean, the team was healthy. That team was good. That team, when they were on their game, they were on their game. I mean, there was a stretch in December 2000 where they were fine. If the 0-2 All-Star game ends in 9 innings, does the All-Star game ever return home field? No. No, I think Selig, the reason he did it, it was in Milwaukee. If it was any other city where that game ended in a tie, no chance. It was because it was Milwaukee. I'm confident it's because it was Milwaukee. I'm confident on that. Your defense for the Jags took a step back in 2000. A major step back. Now, Jags fluke? No, not at all. Remember, they made the playoffs in 98, 97, 96. So they were one of the best teams in football. They were not a fluke. That was the end of their dominance. Who won the 2025 UFL final? I have Michigan. They won the first game against DC, and I like Bryce Perkins a lot. Yeah, 99 Jags were not a fluke. 17 was. 17 was a fluke. The 17 Jaguars, absolutely. That was a flash in the pan. But the Jaguars in the late 90s were one of the best teams in football. Like, they were consistently good. All right, let's do a chat GPT. All my dreams come true. If you believe hard enough and use your imagination, they can. Hopefully, depending on what the dreams are. All right, so the whiny quartet is going to the World Cup final between France and Russia. Yeah, from 2004, he missed the playoffs every year. But there are plenty of teams where, like, you can't really call that a fluke. What happened in 1999? Because 98 they won the division. They were 12-4. 97 they were 11-5. Why are the Jags a fluke in 2017? Because we were terrible after that. And we were terrible before that. Home field selection between leagues. I think it goes to the best record. I think especially now with interleague play being bigger, I think it goes to the best record. Now, the Jaguars were a fluke in 17 because the year before they were 3-13. The year after they were 5-11. That was one of those where it's like, how the heck did this happen? Very different from 99 when they were expected to be good in 99. And they were good in 99. They were one of the favorites. They were one of the 5 favorites to win the Super Bowl that year. So that wasn't really one of those. All right, here we go. The Whining Quartet in MetLife Stadium for the World Cup final. The national anthems begin. 4 luxury strollers are rolled out of a black armored van. How long did they alternate for? It was a... I don't know on that one. I don't know on that one. Little Red Bear sips a Capri Sun and glares at the same. This place smells like grass. You know, it's better than smelling like turf, which is what MetLife Stadium usually smells like. Caillou hears fireworks, immediately begins vibrating like a fire alarm. Too loud, shut it off, I hate this place. DW shoves a FIFA official. Where's my VIP crown, peasant? Little Princess shows up in a glitter carriage. This isn't the Royal Cup? Then why am I even here? Within 12 seconds, security is compromised. A Russian striker is sobbing on the field because someone threw a sippy cup at him. Launch a sippy cup missile at him. So 12 seconds into the match, and Russia's down a man. Are the Clippers the biggest legacy failure in all professional sports? Ooh, I don't know about all of professional sports. I don't know if I'd say all of professional sports. The major... in North America, maybe. In North America, yeah. I would be inclined to go with that. 89 Steelers. I've got a plan for 89 Steelers that I've not done yet. It would be a very long video. Like, I'm saving that for when I have the capacity to do something. Because I have something planned for the 89 Steelers that is just my magnum opus that I don't know if it's ever going to happen. But hopefully at some point. I think that might be an unbreakable record, 40 Knights. I think that might be an unbreakable record. Because, I don't know, who else is stopping that? And the Jags had a top 2 pick like every other year in that stretch. So, I don't know who's stopping that. All right, 10 minutes into the match, France goes up 1-0. And Little Brown Bear screams so loud, his voice breaks the pitch texture of the broadcast feed. No, Russia was supposed to win. I had a sticker bet. I guess he was arbitraging because he's French, so I guess he's rooting for Russia though for some reason. Caillou dives face first onto the turf, pounding the ground, screeching, "They cheated! I want a do-over right now!" Little Princess runs on the field, hijacks the referee's whistle. That came in 89. No, that wasn't 89. I think that was 91. I think you're thinking of 91 or 1990. Let me double check that. I think it was the 91. Yeah, it was 91. I don't think they played Washington in 89. I don't think they played them that year. You're thinking of this game. You know, 89, I've got something planned for the Steelers. Something insane, but I have no idea if it's ever going to happen. I'll put it this way, it would blow every other video out of the water. But I don't know if it's ever going to happen. Blazers or Nuggets? Ooh. I'm not sure who's stopping Jokic. So Little Princess runs onto the field like Caillou does and hijacks the referee's whistle. Yellow card for bad vibes. Red card for ugly shoelaces. DW climbs into the commentary booth, locks the door, replaces the live commentary with insults. That guy runs like my baby brother. Francis Lane. Russia smells like pickles. 4 fights break out in the crowd. Eggener with a 5-er. Yariel Poof takes DW Lobermere Caillou to do the 2028 Olympic basketball gold medal match. Oh boy. Which game do you want? Appreciate you, man. Oh, yeah, we're talking very much longer. We're talking, like, very much longer on that. Very much longer. Like, OJ versus America. Or OJ made America. Length on that. I'd take the bullets on that one. 4 fights break out in the crowd. 1 drone cam crashes into a nacho stand. The match gets delayed because the kids are just causing too much chaos. Appreciate you, Eggener. You want Chris Ball. All right. $5 to the Braves Marlins game. It's still early, though. Again, this is for next Saturday's game. So plenty of time in this one. So after the game gets delayed, we have a halftime break. It is... The field is now on fire because Little Princess doesn't get a chocolate fountain. So she sets the structure on fire. Caillou finds the famous PA system, I guess that's where EW is, and starts singing the ABCs in a demonic loop. Little Brown Bear runs onto the field wearing the referee's shoes, declaring himself the new FIFA president. I make the rules now. Every goal counts as 11. DW rides a police Segway onto the grass, yelling, "I'm the goalie now." I'll take the Warriors in that one. The players try to continue, but it's not happening. France's goalie is now off the pitch because he can't take it anymore. Russia's coach pretends to faint. Gianni, the FIFA president, is throwing his hands up, and he just leaves via parachute. I'm taking the Spurs on that one. Scores 2-2. I guess so the no goals counted after Lil Brown Bear changed the rules to everything counts as 11. The stadium is 90% screaming, 10% smoke. And now a riot begins with 1 minute to go in regulation. Not between fans, but between the children. A screaming death match. Little Princess body checks Caillou for the last cookie on the field, I guess. I guess there's a buffet on the field. Caillou bites Lil Brown Bear in retaliation. DW pulls the fire alarm with her teeth. Security tries to deploy tranquilizers, but doesn't work. It doesn't work. As the final whistle never blows, the game is just declared null and void. France and Russia, we don't know who wins the World Cup because they both forfeit. And FIFA's banned the children for life after they destroyed MetLife Stadium. Because MetLife got so badly destroyed and set on fire that nothing could take place there for 3 months. So, I guess the Giants and the Jets have to play their game somewhere else for the first month of the season. Ooh, give me the Celtics on that one. And, yeah, the World Cup final is a disaster with Little Brown Bear and Caillou and everyone. All right, let's get the next chat GPT in from Egg and Air. Appreciate you, man. Okay, see what it takes to get into the queue? See what it takes to get in here for this Q&A overtime stream? The 4 of them are taken to the 2028 gold medal match. I will take the Rockets. 25 OKC or 96 Sonics. Ooh, I'll take the Sonics by a hair. It's probably why the Jets are playing London. Yes, that's probably why. All right. So just put this ChatGPT and again, see what it takes to get in $5 for any video, audio, any ChatGPTs, anything like that. Guys, coming in hot today with the OT. I really appreciate you guys' time again. This is just a makeshift stream, seeing as we're not going to be doing overtime later tonight. So, let you know during the game, every donation counts as double. What's the name of the episode where Steam Hams comes from? 22 short stories about Springfield? It's something like that. Right, 25 OKC for depth, but 96 Sonics have a better one too. Absolutely. It's something like 22 short stories about Springfield. It's something like that. The Sacramento Kings, the Cardinals, and the NBA moved a lot, not having a lot of success. I give you that. I would give you that. All right, this should work. So, let's do this chat GPT with Uriel Poof and the Bratty 4. The arena roars. Fans are waving flags. 22 short forms about Springfield. Oh, man. How I remember it? I don't even remember how the original goes at this point because there are so many variations. I've watched the variations more times than I've watched the actual clip. I know it starts... I see you made in spite of my directions. Or I made in spite of your directions. Well, Seymour made in spite of your directions. Superintendent Chalmers. Hope you're prepared for an unforgettable luncheon. And that just goes off the rails. Mm-hmm. Oh no, my roast is ruined. But what if... Yeah, there's so many variations, though, on it. And I don't know whether to do a Utica accent or Albany accent. Bratty 4, who's the fourth? Little Brown Bear, Caillou, DW, Little Princess. So, now young ones, remain seated and enjoy the basketball match. But I wanted to sit over there. Why is it so loud? This chair is itchy. I don't even like basketball. I want to go home. Is this it? Is this all there is? Where's the popcorn? I was promised popcorn. You know, to be fair, the arena probably should be selling popcorn. That's a quintessential arena food. I'm with UW on this one. This game is boring. It hasn't even started yet. I want to play basketball, not watch it. Give me a ball. I want one now. Poof sighs and begins meditating midair, floating 2 feet above the ground in a desperate attempt to detach from the chaos unfolding beneath. The game begins in the first quarter. The ball hits the floor, and the crowd erupts. Caillou is clutching his ears. It's too loud. It hurts my ears. He throws his foam finger like a boomerang and nails the referee in the back of the head. 05, it was fine. 05 finals are fine. Definitely the dead ball era at its peak. Definitely the dead ball era in the NBA. Charter's NBA equivalent? It's got to be a team that moved. I would say Sonics. I would say Sonics to some extent. So Caillou is now throwing objects on the field. The court, I should say. Lil Bear is climbing under the bleachers, muttering, I don't like this game. I'm hiding. No one look at me. DW grabs a nacho tray from the guy next to her and yells, sharing is caring. You should care about me. So W is now stealing people's food. Little Princess is already on the floor, screaming at a Serbian forward, you, give me your medal. I'm the princess. You haven't even won a medal yet. Security rushes over, only to be force pushed into the stands by a now visibly annoyed Poof, who is hovering with eyes shut, muttering Jaya mantras like, this is not the chaos you're looking for. Second quarter now, total breakdown. The game pauses because the scoreboard glitches. How's it going, Jay? Appreciate you tuning in. Thoughts on sell the team chance? No problem with it. No problem with it whatsoever. Nutting is a terrible owner. And I have no problem with yelling sell the team. I have no problem protesting his ownership because what he has done with that team is shameful and despicable. So, no problem with that. Appreciate tuning in, J-Lug, for this Q&A overtime stream. So, second quarter, the game pauses because the scoreboard glitches because Caillou, after throwing an object on the court, has broken into the control panel to try and make the numbers count faster so the game ends sooner. Wow. That's impressive. DW begins heckling the players. You call that a dunk? Arthur can do that better. He's got glasses. Ooh, got him. Little Princess is still on the floor. And she has taken the basketball and is playing keep away with Olympic athletes who are now too confused or afraid of international instinct to stop her. So Little Princess is now a player, I guess. What team is playing? The Pirates. And it appears the game is on hold. There's a small royal hostage situation unfolding on the court. Poof finally descends from his force float at halftime, glowing with inner frustration. Perhaps I've underestimated the dark side. Or at least the toddler side. He waves a hand and momentarily force suspends all four in midair. No, I didn't do anything wrong. Why are we floating? I'm scared. I want juice. Put me down right now or I'll tell my mom. I'm above you all as I deserve to be. Little Princess kicking in midair. Poof momentarily considers launching them low into Earth orbit, but instead gently places them in a luxury suite with soundproof glass. Oh god. That's going to be a disaster. Yeah, Game 6 on that one. Yeah, that was a phenomenal finals. Oh boy. You gave him a luxury boot suite? Oh boy, this is not going to end well. The game resumes, but the children are still causing chaos. They're yelling. I still want a medal. This game's as lame as Binky's haircut. I want to go home, but I also want more gummy bears. I just spilled juice on myself. I can't feel my pants. Next time, I'll bring the Ewoks. The buzzer sounds. The gold medals are awarded. Fans cheer because they survive the tantrum apocalypse, but I guess the suite gets destroyed as a result. So, all in all, an unmitigated disaster. Unmitigated disaster. I mean, yes, 8:30 Eastern time. So, hour and a half will be live for that. Gus breaks the slump. About time. About time. All right. Clock's at 0. I know Michael said hang on. So, I don't know if anything's coming with the Frazen series. Don't have anything coming. But again, still a bit more time to get stuff in. before we sign off on this Q&A overtime stream again. We're not doing overtime tonight, hence why we're doing this stream right now. Appreciate all you guys tuning in for this one, answering all your questions. Stay on for a little bit longer. The clock's at 0. $5 or more gets you in for any audio, any ChatGPTs, any video. If there's an episode of something you want me to watch, I am 100% game. So, appreciate all you guys being here. I'm not going to sign off until 7 o'clock. If we don't get anything, I'm going to stay on at least until 7 o'clock Eastern time. So, just keep that in mind. I'm not... Whoever loses this finals will win the next one. Ooh. Oh, no. It's hard to get back there after you lose. It is hard. It is very hard, and there's so much parity now in the NBA. Speaking of which, Michael with a $5 with the email. All right. Perfect. Use AI thumbnail. Yeah, that was an experiment that I will never do again. That was an experiment. I just want to see what the heck happened with it. Like, when you put out a lot of videos, you got to experiment every now and then. You got to experiment with title choices and thumbnail choices, and that was one. And that was one of those where it was like, why not? Let's experiment with this. And don't think we're ever gonna have that happen again. It'd be so boss to do it. That is true. And it's not saying it's impossible. It's not like a crazy bold prediction. I just don't know if I would bet on it necessarily. All right, we got Frazen. The Steelers against the Jaguars. Oh boy, how's it going, Dennis? Appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate you being here for this Q&A overtime stream. All right, I'll put this to a vote. So $5 going to one of these games that we're gonna vote on. Appreciate you tuning in, Dennis. Again, this is a Q&A overtime. We're going to be live later tonight at 8:30 for the NBA Finals, because we're not doing OT tonight. All right, so here we go. Steelers versus Jaguars. How's it going, Dr. D? Appreciate you tuning in. Oh, you went from your ult. Yep, okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. No, well, Boston did it the year after. Boston did it the year after, because Miami did it the year in between. All right. I close it here. $5. Go to the Marlins game. $5 go to Miami. All right, so here we go. It's Michael versus me in the booth. Oh boy. If I had a nickel for every time in the last 2 days I made a video about a dispute between the NBA and NFL team in different cities, yep, you know what would happen. 2 nickels, baby. I'm going to try to do NBA videos on the days of the finals. That's the game plan. Like, there's a reason with this. I'm trying to find stories involving the NBA and the NFL while we have the finals. So, that's the game plan with that. So, with that, let's see what we got here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is no ordinary game. Today, the Steelers are fighting for the top seed in the AFC, and they're facing off against a team that holds a special place in the heart of one of our own. That's right, my Jacksonville Jaguars. And let's be honest, Michael, your Steelers are good, but they're about to get steamrolled. Oh, great, now we got a fanboy war on top of all the other crap going on today. The camera cuts to Caillou, Lil Brown Bear, and DW, and Mustan's already crying. It's too cold, I don't like it. Why do we have to be here? I want to go home. I miss my forest. This place is scary. The game hasn't even started yet. I already have a migraine. Well, now I know why you have to be here. Because you're weaponizing against them. You're going to be weaponizing. Jaguars receive the kickoff. They get to work. Trevor Lawrence fires a 30-yard pass to Calvin Ridley. Wow, this is really outdated. Same early field goal. Jaguars lead 3-0. That's right, baby. First blood to Jacksonville. Your defense can't handle us, Michael. Oh, yeah? Talk to me when we get in the end zone, pal. The Steelers take a 7-3 lead because the 2-quarterback system is incredible. Wilson hits Freiermuth for a 25-yard gain, and Najee Harris with a 10-yard touchdown. Hard to imagine there was ever a time the NBA could compete with an NFL playoff game. I mean, compete in the loosest sense. Like, they'll play the game, but they expect nothing. It's compete in the absolute loosest sense. They know they're going to lose. There was never a time. There was never a time. Actually, there was one. There was one. The year after, the Steelers made the Super Bowl. The Seahawks made the Super Bowl. Conference championships. And that was not the leading story on SportsCenter, which was insane. That will never happen again. That will never happen. 1 year later, to think there was a time where SportsCenter on Conference Championship Sunday, after the games were done, led off with the NBA. That will never happen again. No chance that ever happens again. Granted, it was an insane set of circumstances. It was called that the games were not good, plus Kobe Bryant put up 81. But won't be 7-7 in the Bratty 4. Oh, just you wait. Just you wait on that one. All right, the defense looks softer than pudding. It's fine. The Jags are just lulling you into a false sense of security before they pounce. Can we mute these two? This is worse looks like how you whine. Speaking of which, the camera cuts to the kids who are sobbing. I want ice cream. This game is too long. Why am I not a tree? Little Ron Bear just wants to be a tree. You know, why? Why does he want to be a tree? Like, he's obsessed with a tree. It's like Buford with a bread bowl. Hot tub. For the love of God, someone get them a pacifier before I lose my mind. Second quarter, Trevor Lawrence hits Zay Jones for a 20-yard touchdown. Jags lead 10-7. That's my quarterback. That's my team. What now, Michael? I mean, congratulations. You finally reached the end zone? Took you long enough. The Steelers respond immediately. They now lead 14-10 as Fields' two-quarterback system finds Pickens. Oh, I'm sorry. You were saying something? Because I was too busy celebrating another Steeler touchdown. You smug son of a... Meanwhile, Skyler's trying to help. No, not Mouse of the Palace. It was the Kobe Bryant gets 81. It was that game against the Raptors where he scored 81. The Mouse of the Palace was around Thanksgiving. That was around that time. Skyler tries to help, but accidentally switches the stadium audio to his personal playlist with just 30 minutes of whale sounds. I feel like he has a knack for doing this. Just switching the audio to animal noises. Wait, that wasn't the crowd mic button? I hate you, Skyler. I really do. Frank joins in, mimicking the whale sounds into the microphone. The entire crowd starts mooing instead of booing because no one knows what's happening anymore. So we've got quacking, we've got whale noises, we've got cows. Nothing makes sense in this universe anymore. The PA systems at Acrisure, buyer beware at this point. Halftime should be a break, but instead it's a complete meltdown. The kids have reached max volume. It's unbearable. I'm hungry. I want pizza. I hate football. I want to be a tree. Can we make that happen? Can we make Little Bear a tree? Like an emoji where it's just a tree. Skyler attempts to calm him down with a harmonica solo. So this is the third straight halftime show where Skyler and Frank are trying to calm the kids down. Frank, not understanding the concept of soothing, plays a cowbell with full volume. Yeah, this is a bad halftime show. Welcome to a complete casual. I get that. If this isn't hell, I don't know what is. I swear I'll take any other punishment over this. Please just let me lose in peace. I'll watch like 500 more hits of Shire. Just let this halftime show stop. Meanwhile, Steelers extend their lead. Wilson finds Fryman with a touchdown. Fields breaks up a 30-yard run. 31-10 Steelers. That's a touchdown. Hey, I think your Jags playing hide and seek instead of football. It's called strategic adjustment, Michael. We're just adjusting very badly. The kids are still crying. No one has any sanity left. I don't want to be here. My shoes hurt. I am still not a tree. Oh, you know, at this point, I kind of love Little Brown Bear. I think the show would be way... I think actually Little Brown Bear would be way better if it's about a kid who just wants to be a tree. I think that would be a much better kid show than what we got with Little Brown Bear. Just a bear who wants to be a tree. I swear to God, I'm going to throw myself off this booth. Fourth quarter, Steelers win 38-13 as Trevor Lawrence gets intercepted. And that's the game, baby. Steelers move to 13-2. Jaguars move to 8-7. I'd take that. You know, I would take that. We're still above 500. Fine, your team was better today. Mark my words, we will be back. I'll be praying for a mute button when that happens. The booth is in disarray at this point. Joe Elliott's banging his head against the table. Skyler is tangling cables. Frank is leading a quack, quack, quack chant, but the kids are still sobbing. Can someone call security to remove the children? Or at least me from existence? Yeah, why have they not left yet? They wanted to leave. The game is over. They can leave. Meanwhile, in the boardroom, the commissioners watch in silence. They no longer speak. They just stare, broken, exhausted, and defeated. Which is bizarre, because again, I thought they were going to try and weaponize him against them, but I guess not. I guess that was the weaponizing? Like, convince them that like, just make a bunch of tree comments? That was their weaponizing plan? Didn't work. Definitely did not work. Joe with a 5 or 11 auditions for the school play and throws a tantrum when he's not a tree. Yes. Oh, yes. I got you on the Red Sox game. Appreciate you, man. Oh, man. I'll put that in there. I will put that in there. That is incredible. Plays about everything. Little Brown Bear auditions for his school play and gets the leading role. However, he is furious and throws a tantrum because he did not want the leading role, as instead, he just wanted to be a tree. How's it going, Jake? I appreciate you tuning in. A tree. Crazy game last night. I really love that the one game I called sucked. The one Stanley Cup game I called sucked. The other games have been incredible. Whether streams, we're doing NBA Finals tonight at 8:30 Eastern Time. Literally a tree. Chaos ensues. To be learned. This will be a tree in the background. Alright, we're going to try this. Okay, this one's great. Game 3 was the best, yeah. I know why a Florida fan would say that. You know why a Florida fan would want that. Seriously, Night T-Bex team? No, I'm doing NBA Finals. I'm doing NBA Finals, and then I'm going to a friend's birthday party. I'm going on Sunday. That's the only game I'm going to. I can't go tomorrow because birthday party. Still, it's the, they ran the Airbnb for the whole weekend. So I'll go to Sunday's game. I'll do that in between Club World Cup and Giants Dodgers. Stream, that's called Yankees Red Sox. All good. Have a good time calling that game. Flyers and Sixers play simultaneous for the NFC Championship at home next year. Yes. Flyers and Sixers should play simultaneous. Absolutely. Flyers and Sixers. I want to see that happen. You know, I want to see that happen. The Flyers and Sixers playing a game in the same arena at the same time would be incredible. How old is this friend? 28? Yeah, 29? Something around there. Something around there. Something around there. Older than me, but not like she was a year above me in law school. She was a year above me in law school. So, all right, let's do this. I like where this scene is. I love this. Sixers he played in Philly when the Eagles could host the NFC Championship. Yes. Right, no, but you said Flyers and Sixers play simultaneous with the championship at home next year. No, they play in the same arena. They play in the same arena, so I want to see that. Just by itself. Half court, half hockey rink. That'd be incredible. All right, here we go. It was a sunny Tuesday. Excitement buzzed through the classroom like an over-caffeinated squirrel. Mrs. Marmot, I don't know who the teacher is. I don't think the teacher is Mrs. Marmot. I don't know what the name of the teacher is. We'll call her Big Teacher Bear. Clapped her paws. Class, today we'll be announcing the roles for a big school play, The Magical Forest Adventure. Pistons home game NFC Championship Sunday. It is funny, they were going to have a game on Super Bowl Sunday. If the Lions were the number 1 seed, and people were like, okay, what the heck's going to happen here? How is that going to work? Lemon Bear perked up. Ooh, I hope I get to be a tree. I've been practicing standing still and everything, he whispered, swaying gently like a sapling in the breeze. 10 minutes later, Mrs. Marmot handed out the rolls. Little Brown Bear, congratulations! You'll be playing Braveheart the Squirrel Knight, our lead hero. The room erupted in a polite applause. Everyone looked at Little Brown Bear, who was now frowning like someone just told him honey was canceled forever. What? A squirrel? A hero? I wanted to be a tree! A tree, Mrs. Marmot! He hurled his script across the room. It hit Tina Turtle in the shell. What? Okay. I don't think there was a turtle in this, nor was there a bunny. But I think it was there's only one episode where the teacher said, do I play poker? I used to play poker. Used to play online. Not like for money or anything, but I used to play online a lot when I was younger. Not anymore. I'm blackjack and roulette now. Red Sox, Bruins, sometimes absolutely. Yeah, no, they're on opposite sides of, like, they don't share the same lot. Again, when it's talking about simultaneous, It's about the parking lot. It's about the infrastructure of the parking lot. So, like, the Browns and Cavaliers could. They don't share the same lot. They're on different sides of downtown. Pittsburgh and Cincinnati Biltmore Parking, I don't know where you're going to put it. I don't know where you put it. Like, usually have a sports district for that reason. So, there was a kindergarten episode, that's it? Oh, man, we need more lore. We need more lore of Little Brown Bear. So he hurled the strip across the room. It hit one of his classmates, and she blinked. So he is now committed assault. I'm not wearing a squirrel costume. I don't even like squirrels. They're so bouncy. I want bark, not bravery. Little Brown Bear howled, flopping dramatically onto the rug like a tragic woodwind soap opera star. Michael with another 5. Appreciate you, man. I just joined last year and want to thank you for the awesome videos. Appreciate you attending on. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. That means a lot to me, man. Thank you so much. Last poll was not that long ago, so we're going to just add 5 more to the Marlins. Appreciate you. Hopefully you saw the last one, the documentary I did on the 1960s. I love doing those old videos. I love doing those. I love just exploring the history of the game and taking people back to the past and finding out new things. So, I love doing that. So, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Could D-backs and Suns play at the same time? They have. Yes, D-backs and Suns often play at the same time. That's actually very often. There are enough lots, and it's the the light rail goes down there. The Mercury and D-backs play a lot at the same time. They could. Will I even trust her with the lead? I have no idea. I practiced standing still for 4 hours. I am tree material. I can be tree number 4, classmate. Kindly offered. I don't want your pity, tree, Benny. Little Brown Bear snapped. Mrs. Marmot, halfway through a calming tea, attempted to intervene. Little Brown Bear, this is a chance to challenge yourself, and I don't want a challenge. I want to be photosynthesizing in silence. That is the greatest line ever uttered. Gonna get one more so we finish regular season tonight? Perfect. Oh my god. That is the greatest line uttered. See how Baltimore anymore parking too? Yeah, it's more about where you put it. And the roads. Also the roads. It's not just about parking. It's about roads coming in and out. I want to be photosynthesizing in silence. That is incredible. Soon chaos reigned. Scripts were flying. So he was just tossing everyone's script at this point. The costume was being ripped apart. And Little Brown Bear lit the papier-mâché campfire prop by accident. Little Brown Bear stood triumphantly in the middle of the madness, arms crossed like the Joker at the end of the first movie. Now no one gets to be anything. That's called theater justice. And so the play was canceled. And Little Brown Bear committed a lot of assault, arson, destruction of property, some more arson. Little Brown Bear goes outside, walks home, takes some tape that he stole from Mrs. Marmot, who I'm guessing is dead at this point, because Little Brown Bear probably killed her after not being a tree. Tape leaves to his arms. Finally, I am the tree. Say one good thing about MetLife. It's functional. It is a functional stadium. MetLife Stadium, the seats do not break when you sit in them. The seats do not break when you sit in them. I will say that much about MetLife. When you buy a ticket to a game at MetLife, you are assigned a seat, and that seat is there. And it is functional. Oh, MetLife. In fact, Northwest Stadium is falling apart. Look, say everyone at MetLife, there are no sewage issues at MetLife the way there were. There are not parts of the stadium that are falling apart at the seams. There are not obstructed views like there are at Northwest Stadium. So, that's very different. MetLife is a bad, overpriced, bland, corporate stadium. Northwest Stadium is not functional. Like, it's very different. Very different. Like, they're in two different stratospheres. So MetLife like it's shiny garbage? I mean, it pretty much is. Pretty much is. I mean, there are not a lot of fans that like MetLife Stadium. It's just devoid of all character. It's very bland. It looks like an office building. Like, have you ever seen MetLife from the outside, Jacob? Have you ever seen MetLife Stadium from the outside? Let me see if I can find a photo that I took on my phone. Let me see if I can find a photo from my phone. And we got this email to finish off the regular season. Let me see if obviously I can find stuff on the internet. I want to see if I can find one from my phone. Because I've driven by it many times. What character could they add? Color to the seats instead of making it gray. They want to do the gray seats so that it didn't look empty, but it makes it look worse. They wanted to, like, the gray seats are just not good. Okay. So with my eyes. Let me see. If I can find a good photo of MetLife from when I drove by it. Alright. Her Rolling Thunder? I'm okay. I'm okay. Okay, here's one. Here's one. Here's one from the outside. Next game we'll finish is not this one. Yeah, I was going to say because there's 17 games in a season. I was going to say there's 17 games in a season. Let me see. So that will get uploaded. Anything else? Yeah, we'll just do that. We'll just do that. Went a few times and were elected if it housed office suites, but football sim, no chance. Yes. Seats are blue bad for the Jets. Well, you can add lighting to the seats. I mean, this is not a stadium. I mean, look at this. This is not a stadium. You cannot tell me that looks like a stadium from the outside. That looks like an office building. Well, again, there are places like Jacksonville. What they're doing is they changed the lighting. They changed the lighting in Jacksonville, or they're going to with the renovations, so the seats can change colors based on the event taking place there. So, obviously it's teal, but it's going to be blue and red for Florida, Georgia. Like, this looks like an office building. I mean, it just does not look good at all. Looks terrible. All right. So what was MLA because it was too cold? Well, here's the thing. MetLife was actually not cold that day. MetLife was actually not cold. It was like 48 degrees, 51 degrees. It was not bad. It was not bad. The problem with MetLife hosting the Super Bowl. First off, New York City, nobody was coming. Public transportation was a nightmare. Public transit was a nightmare. There were people stuck in the train station after the game because the trains were not working properly. It was too stuffy. The other thing, too, with hosting a game outdoors, you don't want the championship to be decided by weather. You don't want it. You want to be decided by who's the best team, not who's the best in the elements. When it's in your control. Obviously, if it rains, that's out of your control. But it's not a matter of home field advantage. Like, conference championships, playoffs, obviously, you've earned that right. You've earned that right to do that. To be in the cold and be in the elements and be in the weather. Because you earned that right. But neutral site, you don't want that. And I kid you not, 90 minutes after the game, a snowstorm hit. So the NFL dodged a bullet. The NFL dodged a bullet with that. Because you didn't want the game in a snowstorm. You don't want a championship being decided in a snowstorm. Not at a neutral site. You don't want that. You just don't want that. And I didn't have school the next day because I wasn't going to go anyways, but I didn't have school the next day because it snowed. So that's part of it. That's part of it. Also, you have to remember, a lot of the activities for the Super Bowl, it's not just about the game. It's about the festivities outside and whatnot. And the festivities, you can't do a whole lot in the cold weather. You can't do a lot. Build faster trains and buses. You're good. The location is good. It's not good. Location is not good. There's nothing there. It's in the middle of nowhere. It's in the middle of nowhere. Not saying it has to be directly in the heart of the city, but it's got to be. He's like, why would I go to school? Because Super Bowl Monday, I don't go. I don't go. Will they move February 9th? No, they would have played the game. They're not moving the game. They would have played it at the same time. The playoff they had snowstorm, they're going to play it. They were going to play it. No, I very rarely went to school the day after the Super Bowl. Just because I'm exhausted by that point. I'm exhausted. It's a late night. And yeah, that was like, I'm a different person during the Super Bowl. I'm a very different person during the Super Bowl. All right, let's do the game between the Steelers and the Ravens. Steelers are going to get the number 1 seed. Yes. Here we go, folks. Steelers-Ravens. Steelers lock up the number 1 seed, but the Ravens will have nothing more than ruin their plans. A brutal rivalry, a crucial playoff battle, and 3 whiny brats in the stands. Strap in. They'll have the largest mall in America right in their lot. That wasn't there for a while. So that was not there for the Super Bowl. That mall took 20 years to build. That mall took 20 years to build. So you can't use that as an argument. Because that mall took forever to build. Also, that mall's closed on Sundays. So it's not like there's even anything, people there when the games are happening. Because here's the problem. The mall is so far... The mall and the same are so in the middle of nowhere that they literally have the mall not operate on Sundays. Partly because MetLife Stadium needs the space. You can't cut the school day after the Stanley Cup because the year's done at that point? Yeah. Yeah, the year's done at that point. Alright. Meanwhile, the kids are crying. It's too loud. I don't like it. I hate purple. Why do they wear purple? I miss the forest. Trees don't yell. God, he wants to be a tree again. We haven't been kicked off yet. I regret everything. Frankly, while I was in a referee uniform, for no reason, I do good. Are you actually officiating the game? No, I just like stripes. You mind football Thursday football? It's there. It is, but traffic's a nightmare. Because again, no public transportation. No public transportation. So it's a nightmare. Try driving in New Jersey around the stadium at 6 o'clock on those roads. Good luck going anywhere. Like if I went to a Jaguars game in MetLife, I'm leaving my place 6 hours before the game. I'm not even kidding. I'm leaving my place with no traffic. It takes about 40 minutes to get to MetLife from where I am. I'm leaving 6 hours before a game even starts. Am I going to have an email? All right. Well, they close the mall on Sundays. Partly because there are blue laws in New Jersey. There's still some blue laws. But partly because, as well, it's so far out of the way of everything else that they don't have the infrastructure. They don't have the infrastructure to... They just don't have the infrastructure to have a game and the mall open at the same time. It's very, very hard. I'm a Long Island further anyway. Not that much further. I mean, it's not that far, honestly, to get to Jersey. Like, I can get there in 30 minutes. I can get there very easily. All right, so Frank is wearing the referee uniform. I do good. Are you actually officiating the game? No, I just like stripes. If Frank was actually a ref, it would somewhat be less chaotic than the season's already been. You know, you're not wrong there. The rivalry turns violent immediately. Do you think you'll go if they play in December? No. No, I will not. No, I went to, like, preseason games. I'm not going to regular season games there. I never went to a regular season game in my life. The Ravens receive the kickoff. Lamar Jackson wastes no time. The Ravens lead 3-0 as Lamar engineers a good drive. Steelers defense held up, though. Steelers get the 2-quarterback madness. Wilson, first 2 plays, leading a drive to midfield, hands off to Fields, and Fields scrambles for a first down. Wilson then throws to George Pickens for like his 75th touchdown of the season. Well, Lumen's in downtown. Lumen's literally in downtown Seattle. Lumen is literally in downtown Seattle. Baltimore, explain yourselves. How do you like 2 quarterbacks run a single offense? I mean, the Jaguars did the same thing. Every team's done the same thing. Meanwhile, in the booth, the kids are hitting maximum tantrum levels. I want ice cream. Why does it say about ice cream? You know, that's a very good question. You would think a football team would have ice cream. Football is stupid. I want to watch cartoons. Can I be a tree yet? Jesus Christ, I need earplugs and a drink. You know, second quarter chaos is unleashed. Now, women's not hard to get to. The Ravens offense starts rolling. Jackson finds Flowers on a 30-yard touchdown. Lamar's locked in. It's going to be a battle. On the Steelers' next drive, Skylar, trying to help, accidentally presses the wrong button in the booth, playing the sound of a duck quacking over his same speakers. Wait, that wasn't the crown mic? At this point, all these teams need to not have Skylar have access to this. Highmark is not a good location, no. Highmark is way outside of the city, and there's nothing around it. Nothing around Highmark. It's not going to spur any economic development, the new stadium either. I think it's a sham, the new deal with the stadium. So, take advantage of the chaos and the constant quacking. Wilson and Fields win a double flea flicker, and the Steelers take a 14-10 lead. What the hell is this team? You mean the Steelers are frazzling because both are unhinged. Not wrong there. Meanwhile, the kids are still crying, causing actual Ravens fans to demand their removal from the game. Why do they keep scoring? I want the game to end. The lights are too bright. I can't see. I wish I was a tree. Somebody get these kids a one-way ticket to Resort Island. Yes, I would say so on that one, Jacob. I would say a good stadium is easy to get to, public transportation, and there are things around it. So it's not you go to the game and then that's it. That definitely helps, yes. At 17-13, the booth reaches its breaking point. Frank and Skylar provide entertainment. Frank starts a drum circle while Skylar plays with the harmonica, but he doesn't know how to use it. I think my soul is leaving my body. The kid's crying intensifies. DW is literally throwing herself on the ground in the aisle. Caillou is kicking over garbage cans. Little Bear is standing still pretending to be a tree. Fans are booing them. The referees consider ejecting the children. Yeah, Gillette, I like Gillette. Because they added the whole complex around it. It's hard to get to. It is hard to get to. Yeah, I'm not crazy about the new Bill Stadium look from what I've seen. It is hard to get to, but you could stay there for a while. They did a very good job building up the area. Hard to get to, but not the worst. Gillette, I'm fine with. I'd rather listen to a fax machine being thrown into a blender than this halftime show. That's 4 bad halftime shows in a row. You feel the NFL's got to step in at this point. The game stays close, but after the Ravens take a 2017 lead, the kids make it worse. No love lost between the teams, but the Steelers take a 24-20 lead after Wilson, on the flea flicker, throws a bullet to Calvin Austin. I have no idea how this works, but it does. The kids are still losing their minds. TW is kicking her seat repeatedly. Caillou is screaming incoherently. Little Bear attempts to climb a pole because he wants to be closer to the tree. See, I don't want to keep going to so many games. I really don't know. I think we're reached the point where even State himself would tell him to calm down. Meanwhile, the Steelers get a game-clinching interception, win 31-23. The Steelers clinch the number 1 seed. But George Carlin has thrown his headset. Joe Elliott stormed off. Skylar is stuck in a chair. Frank is unfazed, chanting quack with the crowd, but everyone's had enough at this point. They're removed to the stadium by force. The kids are ejected. BMO Field, from what I've seen, I mean, I've never been to BMO Field, but from what I've seen, like map-wise, location-wise, it looks like it's a very good spot, yes. I mean, that was one of the nicest stadiums when that came out for MLS. That was like the quintessential soccer-specific stadium when that was built in 07. But they were removed from the stadium by force, finally ejected from the game. After the game's done. I don't know why all that, because again, the game's over. So I don't think that ejection meant anything, but we have reached that point in the series. Meanwhile, regular season, the whining ends, everything dies down. One last game of the regular season, Steelers are 1 win away from a 15-2 record, but honestly, I don't care about that right now. I just want these kids to shut up. You mean both, buddy. If they won one more time, I'm taking action. Oh boy. Camera cuts to the kids, they're crying. It's too loud. I don't like it. Why are there so many people? I'm scared. I want to go back to the forest. Trees and football. Levi's? No. Levi's, from what I've seen, not the best stadium and very hard to get to. Hard Rock looks very nice. Hard Rock looks gorgeous. I might go to the Dolphins-Jaguars game. I don't know yet. I have not decided. I might stay in Florida an extra day after the vacation and go down to Miami for that game. I don't know yet. All right, so the kids are whining. Little Bear wants to go back to the forest to be a tree. I don't think it's a hot take. No, I don't think that's a hot take at all. I feel my soul leave my body. We need a solution. Give them a pacifier or anything. Just make it stop. Oh, I have a better idea. Carlin gets up from his chair, walks out of the booth, returns holding 3 massive dildos. He doesn't say a word. He just shoves one down each kid's throat. Oh, God. State Farm? Nah. State Farm's a nightmare to get to. It's devoid of character. State Farm is devoid of character. Want me to stream that game? Well, it's either I'm going to be streaming or I'm going to be going to it. I don't know. Holy crap. The kids' eyes wide in pure shock. They're silent. They stop crying immediately. Did we just witness a miracle? No. We just saw the only possible solution. Ladies and gentlemen, George Carlin has saved sports. The stadium erupts in applause. The refs pause the game to give Carlin a standing O. He just won the Nobel Peace Prize. The players clap in approval. Frank nods approvingly. I do good. The kids are too stunned to react. They sit in silence, mouths full of plastic. Peace and serenity. All right, back to football. The Browns are about to get their butts handed to them. Yes, they're playing preseason. Week 3 of the Jaguars play the Dolphins preseason. I'm going to be in Orlando from the 15th to the 22nd for Disney. So I'm thinking the 23rd, maybe stay an extra day and go down to Miami. I don't know yet. But we'll see. I'm either going to be back streaming on the 22nd, or I'll be back streaming the 24th. And the 23rd I'm in Miami. How's it going, Cujo? 5280, 5280, baby. How's it going, baby? Appreciate you tuning in. Coming from Air was about 60-40 run pass. Yep. Do I see more fullbacks in the future? I do. Yeah, Ricard's good. I do. And the reason why, the game is very cyclic. So what that means is that you go from, okay, you have very fast running backs. So what do? On defense, to counter that, you get really fast linebackers. Super quick, super athletic linebackers. All right, now you got these linebackers that go head-to-head with these running backs, so that won't work. So what do? You got a power back. So now power backs take over because they can bulldoze over the linebackers because the linebackers aren't that strong anymore because they're all speed. So how do you counter that? You then get bigger linebackers to go against the power backs, and that cycle continues. So I think we will see more in the future, especially in goal line packages. I could definitely see that. And especially if the tush push ever gets banned, I think we're going to see more fullbacks. Absolutely. Absolutely on that one. Are we ever going to go back to the days of like the 70s? No. But I could see fullbacks making a comeback. I could definitely see it. Meanwhile, Browns receive the kickoff, immediately regret it. TJ Watt, I don't know why he's playing. Again, the Steelers have the bye locked up. Play position, so I'm very biased. I don't blame you. I get why that's passion for you. I love fullbacks. I love a good fullback. Mike Allstott, loves him. He should be in the Hall for my money. I love fullbacks. But TJ Watt strips sacks to Sean Watson, forcing a fumble. Cameron Hayward recovers it. Russell Wilson throws a touchdown pass after 18 seconds. The Steelers are not messing around today. And Miles Jack intercepts a pass from Watson. So two turnovers for Watson already. Within 2 minutes, the Steelers lead 14-0. Cleveland, just forfeit now. This is a massacre. Second quarter starts. Steelers lead 21-0 with Najee Harris running what feels like the 100th touchdown of the season for him. And this way, Cleveland's going to be begging for mercy by halftime. Oh, they will be. So it's 28-0. Wilson laterals to Fields, throws across the field to Austin for a 40-yard touchdown. The Browns try to do anything, but Frank runs onto the field, dresses a referee, and starts doing backflips. Frank, what the hell are you doing? I do good. The Browns call timeout just to process what's happening. I'm guessing Adele is just resigned at this point. Skylar tries to operate the replay system. I don't know why. Again, Skylar, everybody presses, malfunctions. Replaces all the camera angles with clips of duck swaddling. What's happening anymore? 35-0 at the half. Cleveland fans boo their team. And the camera cuts to the kids, and they haven't uttered a word since the intervention. Their mouths remain occupied with the toys. It's beautiful. I could cry. A world without whining. George Carlin is truly the greatest of all time. They should retire his jersey. They should. The Steelers, meanwhile, show no mercy. 50-yard touchdown, 42-0. Browns aren't going to try anymore. Minka Fitzpatrick picks off Watson again. Why the Steelers are still in, I have no idea, but it's 49-0. I'm calling it. Cleveland's officially dead. They were dead a while ago. 56-0 the final score. 15-2. Joey pops champagne. I'm dancing in celebration. Carlin's being praised as a hero. Even Skylar's done nothing catastrophically stupid. I mean, he did the duck thing, but Frank just smiles. I do good. In the boardroom, the commissioners sit in silence. We've lost. We've officially lost. Goodell is powerless. Goodell's tried everything. Has not worked. Goodell has tried everything. It hasn't worked. All right, last call for OT. Otherwise, we're going to be live in an hour for the NBA Finals. Last call for this. Guys came in hot today with OT. I really appreciate you guys a ton. Last call. Otherwise, we're going to sign off here, and I'll be back on in an hour for Thunder Pacers Game 4. Again, no overtime after the game tonight, but every donation during the game counts as double. So, appreciate all you guys tuning in for this stream, for this Q&A overtime. I should know tonight we're doing the NBA Finals. Cubs, I did not see the game today. How bad was it? Well, they did not do a lot today. Wow. Only one run against the Pirates? Did they play Skeens? Okay, they played Skeens. All right, that's not surprising. All right. I mean, Skeens is like the one... That's like the one pitcher you can go up against and be like, okay. Like, you might win that game. Not a big deal. Not a big deal in the long run. Love that Skeens got no decision despite allowing no runs. Joe was so bad the Pirates' offenses. So, the game plan is tomorrow we're going to be live for the UFL Championship. Yeah, Skeens went 5. Yeah, they got no runs in those 5 innings. Yeah, after that, I don't know what happened, but I know Skeens pitchers butt off today. UFL Championship, Panthers against Defenders, tomorrow night at 8 o'clock Eastern. We're going to be live for that game. No overtime after that game. I might be live before that for an OT stream. I don't know yet. I will let you know on that. I have no idea. I'm banking on no. I think we're just going to have UFL Championship tomorrow and that's it. But we are going to be live in an hour for the NBA Finals. I will see you guys then for Game 4, Pacers lead 2-1. Appreciate all you guys tuning in for this one. I will see you guys for what will be this game right here in 1 hour time. Thank you guys again. See you guys later.